All right, we're going up against the Dzemp, one of the more well-known players in the game. Very vocal on the forums about balance issues. Um, Looks like his avatar was something like, fire is still on the tower or something. Okay, so marksman spec looks good. Giant spec, we're not going to go giants, right? We're just going to go. This is almost like one of the best specialists you could ask for to be a tank master. Now you'd imagine that Dzemp he's he knows what we're up to, right? You'd imagine that. Do you ever put like this second one here? Like I don't know where to put this. Like, you could put on the back line. All right, so get the marksman. He looks like he's got some kind of like Mustang. He probably wants to try out the new HE. I don't know. He could probably easily be going into tanks himself. I think we just do the usual. Go for crawlers. This I don't love. I don't love this here, but at the same time, I don't know where to exactly put it. Imagine you probably want to start to sell this, but I'm just not super confident in knowing. Yeah, I just don't love this. I would much prefer this like here. Why don't we just put it there? Okay. Wait a second. What is he doing? He didn't spend any money. Okay, he just saved all his money. That's smart. All right. Wow. Our units are, this gun's doing something. It's killing like, I guess it's killing like two Mustangs at a time. It's not bad. I think we keep this. Man, we're just getting torn apart by that thing. Yeah. This is definitely doing something, at least on round one. But I love how he's saving his money. He wants to see what we're going to build, and then he's going to counter it. Yeah, I like that approach a lot. Mobile beacon, too expensive. Laser sight, you don't need it. Even on this, you don't need it. So, yeah, I think we just skip. I don't know if you put it here, like, it's kind of neutral either way, I think. So one tank, and we'll just keep going on the strong side, but we'll build towards the middle, I guess. Well, if you build towards the middle, you build towards the cannon. You go for another marksman here right away. I don't think so. I think you limit the amount of marksmen you build, because the marksmen aren't like, I don't think you want this too far forward because everything he has is so far back. In fact, I wonder if it even makes sense to have this here, because the flanks probably get pulled at some point. Ooh, this is sexy. This is sexy. And this is exactly what we want to see. We want to see if this actually works. This new OP tech. The problem is that it's not going to work into the tanks, right? So he's going to build like a Vulcan to deal with the tanks, or some kind of like, maybe he goes Scorpion. I'd be scared of Scorpion. Maybe he goes for maybe he goes for like a Raiden or something. But I think Scorpion would be good. Look at this. Just absolutely tears up his Mustangs. Yeah, we don't sell the building, I think. Okay, he gets a Scorpion. That's not good. What do we get? We get a Typhoon. So you could annoy him with a Typhoon, right? I don't think we go for any air unit. Yeah, this is the last thing we wanted to see. But we are going to continue to go for tanks. Could go for 3 chaff right away, but you know, he's kind of anti-chaff at this point. So yeah, I'm not feeling comfortable about seeing the and yeah, we kind of put this one square back just because in case there's a flank, it kind of goes to the flank a little bit quicker. Yeah, but I'm not loving this. Yeah, straight into Scorpion. I think we lose to this composition here. I don't really don't know what, you know, I should be doing in this, but like look at this. This is just gonna be boom. Yeah, he's already locked onto this. Boom. Now at least we force him to deal with the flank a little bit, and then we'll sell out of this next round. But I don't even think we can win this round here. Boom. And they get levels. So what is the solution here? Now we're gonna keep playing our keep playing our strategy. We're not gonna pivot, right? Because I firmly believe that we can still play tanks. We already have too many tanks. That's the first problem, right? So we need to double tech them and probably go for more chaff. Problem is, do you really want to go like chaff into the Mustangs? What can you actually do? Just don't want this to be moving. I want there to be something in front. Like maybe this needs to be like here. This needs to be like here. Should probably consider going for some kind of missile. Just not sure though. I'd probably rather go for the speed. Uh-oh. Is what's the missile gonna hit? And is this gonna be boom? So we're gonna need to have like a Fang in front. Oh my god, that's so bad. Just lose a very important part of our tank army for free. Question is it the Mustangs that are enabling this? Or is it just the Scorpions? So we're double teched, but we're not doing very well. Don't think this missile is gonna necessarily do anything. Need 2 missiles to kill his stuff. I'm not super confident about that. Might be time to start selling some of these guns now, because they're starting to be a little bit irrelevant. Okay, all we can do is hope that we can somehow just overpower. It would be nice to throw something in the flanks, but I feel like we need to build our tank line first before we can build our like our flank army. You're just putting like something here. It's only gonna hit the Fang, but still, it's better than nothing. Now we're gonna need AP, but the chaff clear problem is kind of an issue for us. We kind of need our own. Come on, it's so close, but it's so far away. Kind of need our own like Mustangs for chaff clear, I think. Okay, we're gonna have to go for the storm since we're kind kind of desperate. Maybe we just go straight into the flank now. Just so we could like try to hit more stuff. What about us? I think you need to put like a tank in with his can't just go only a crawler because the Mustang will probably insta kill it. So we're a little bit, you know, he's probably gonna try to kill us right here. So I think we go for the shields. Go for range. And let's just hope that we don't die here. Okay, sell the gun. Speed and potentially a missile here. Okay, we did a pretty good job here on the flank, but you know, I think he lost a little bit more than us. How are we doing over here? Doing quite good. Do we need AP at some point, or do we just need to get the Mustangs online first? You know, please tell me that we can still win this round. Man, Scorpions are just so hard to deal with. So is it just like AP, but like, man, we don't even get our we don't actually even get. I guess you could go like armor Phantom Rays as a cheese. Like that would be quite a good idea. But now we're just depending on the cheese here, which is not ideal. We're also weak to the cheese though, that's the thing. Is that a throw? Like, do we just it's the whole like is that a throw is the question? Like, should we just I know AP is the answer, but I just need to like I don't have any chaff clear is the problem, right? I don't want to just insta lose because you know, our chaff clear isn't good enough. Man, he's gonna go like shielded fangs or something next. So okay, he's got his own Void Eyes, which is gonna counter our Void Eyes. It looks like it's mass Void Eye. This is not something we can deal with anymore. At least we got the flanks. At least he's semi-distracted for the moment. But I just don't see how our Phantom Rays are going to win into the cloaked Phantom Rays. Like, he went mass Phantom Rays. It's so many Phantom Rays. But maybe, like, his army is... He's distracted his army too much. Wow, what a missile there. What a missile. Do we get the tower? Okay. And where's our... Wait, where's our... Okay, we only have one more Phantom Ray left. Is this Phantom Ray just gonna clean everything up? I don't think so. Okay. So armor was stupid on the Phantom Ray. Now we're in like a mass Phantom Ray battle. Missile strike is probably bad for us. It's good for him. And he could go armor as well. So it's a problem for us. Man, how do we deal with this? How do we deal with this? Is there some kind of cheese available? We're weak to cheese. Do we just go Phantom Rays and just try to win the air army? I feel like it. I feel like that's the answer. I mean, what else can we do? You can't afford to go... Do you just go Mustangs with HE and then... I mean, with range and HE? You need range and HE. Like, yeah, or just... I mean... Maybe just HE. And then you go for this. I don't know if that's going to work. I really don't know if that's going to work. I feel like I'm forced to play Phantom Race now. And I don't have as good of a technology as he does. This guy did nothing, surprisingly. Okay. I think we lose. I'd be shocked if we can still win this here. And the reason why is because we went for armor on the Phantom Ray. And the armor doesn't do anything into the other Phantom Ray. That being said, I don't think the cloak does anything. It increases the attack by 20%, so it doesn't do anything. The cloak is maybe even worse. I mean, this only increases HP by 30%, but they're either... Okay. I'm actually thinking now, just because he clicked the cloak, that's actually even worse than the armor. The armor, you at least defend against all the Mustangs, but like the cloak, it literally, the cloak doesn't do anything. Like he's not going to surprise me all of a sudden when he comes out of cloak. Like it just doesn't work like that. When you're out of cloak, the cloak is useless. Okay, so smoke bomb is interesting. He's probably gonna light this on fire. That's fine. Smoke bomb, laser sight, haste module. Prefer heavy armor on one of these things, but I would also like to just smoke him out. But you know he's gonna put down shields, so yeah. Now we're gonna commit more into this. Guess we need to have our own shield here. All right, so now what? Like, if he goes Wasps, we're kind of cooked, right? But what if the Wasps come in before the... What if the Wasps kind of come in, like, after the Phantom Ray? I don't know. You don't want to go Wasps into... You'd imagine... Imagine Wasp is not what you want here, right? So it's just more Phantom Rays, I guess. It's just turning into a very interesting game. It's not something I was expecting... It's not expecting to play Phantom Rays. But... I would love to have gone for the energy shield. Maybe we still can. Yeah, because that really does a lot in terms of like increasing our overall health pool. I think is important. Okay. Still the smoke, you know, it gets blocked only partially. But maybe, okay, he's got what, A wasps now or EMP wasps? Okay, EMP wasps are kind of scary. Can't see what's happening. They feel like I'm losing here because the wasps are a really good, are a really good answer. They're like they were pretty much what I wanted to go for. I wanted to go for wasps. But, you know, if, okay, we scam them. Okay, so now that this fight has gone into a Phantom Ray battle, I'm actually feeling a bit more confident because we know how to play Phantom Rays, we know how to play Phantom Ray counters. I don't love seeing, though, the, you know, the EMP Wasps. I don't love that at all. We're gonna go for a cell. Maybe even, like, set the ground on fire, but there's not much we can do here. I think you just go for, like, sell this or this. Not even sure what's better value. Can't even calculate. I'm just gonna go for this. All right, so now we go into our Wasp counter. Just gonna be just our own Wasps, but we're gonna do this. Now this is gonna be pretty hard for him to deal with. We'll see. I mean, you know, it could easily be wrong here. Alright, we're just gonna have to hope that this works. What is this? Oh, it's oil? It's got the fire. Well played, well played. That's not what I was expecting, and I didn't shield, which is kind of stupid, but the thing is, yeah, that's a good play. That's a good play. I have to give it to him. But the thing is, what happens to the like, how do you deal with the wasps? I guess the fact that his Mustangs come in so late is pretty good for him, because the wasps will die to the Mustangs. Is there like nothing left on the ground for us? Is our tower at risk? But are we winning this side? Are we separate enough from the debuff that he doesn't get any value from the debuff? And like, our Phantom Rays are just tanking. This is working out perfectly. I cannot even believe how well this is working out. But the problem is, you know, you have to win the game. You know, we're just getting closer and closer. Now with the okay, Electromag is not, everything's not good here for us. Extended Ray, Phantom Ray, I don't think you want that. There's no point in the extended okay, so we'll put some crawlers down just to set this on fire, but does that even do anything? He's into like, okay, we need to think quick, because we don't have time to play games here. Yeah, I think this is going to be the end for us, because his spell is working way better than like our spell. Okay. Yeah, like his storm is just going to be devastating. Like, we'd have to click shield, and even then it's not going to work. You know, we'll try to put some shields down here. Not sure if it's going to do anything. At least they'll block the initial volley. Sell this. We have to play super quick now. Do we just go for like 2 crawlers here? Now I feel like I want more wasps, but like I want, you know, because our original wasps were gonna die, but I just need more wasps, I feel, right? So we're gonna have to just pick a side. Is it just attack or armor? Maybe armor. Okay. I would have went for the oil, but I just don't have uh-oh. A lot of our wasps are dying. But are we also killing a lot of his stuff too? Yeah, we are. And that's the thing, like the EMP Wasp is... Wait, are we losing? No, I think we got this. The EMP Wasps are amazing, but he wasn't expecting to get into a Wasp mirror. Oh man, come on. The longer this game goes, the more scared I'm getting. Because there's just too much decisions to make, and there's no time to make the decisions. Guess, yeah, you don't want to go into this. You just go for the cell, isn't it? Okay, let's just shield up here. Gotta like set him on fire ourselves somehow, but I don't think so. Okay, now we're into just pure Wasp carry. We can go shield, we can go EMP. Probably shield. Probably the second attack upgrade at this point. And a couple more wasps. Probably feels like it's better to just go normal wasps. This is not the game I was expecting to play, but sometimes you just have to play what's, you know, sometimes you just have to play whatever game is given. I guess you could go for this one. All right, fingers crossed. Expecting to see Fort AA. What do we see here? Yeah, the problem is he's not addressing like the he's not addressing the air supremacy. And I just think that like he has to be able to win the air, and if he's gonna lose the air hard, then he's gonna lose the game. So gotta say this was an epic match. It looks like we're winning here. Kind of can't believe it. And that's it. What a game! What a game! I'm so bored of these games where we go where we go into the like mass tanks, and then the opponent just goes into hacker, and then you know it's just it's just such an it's such a it's such a boring game. But this was crazy. You know, he went into the problem with him here is he went for the cloak. The cloak is literally the okay, maybe it got buffed recently, but it's literally the most useless technology in like the entire game, because the only time the Phantom Ray cloak works is if you're going into a melter or a multi-melter. The cloak helps because the multi-melter cannot target the Phantom Rays before they get into range, right? And once the Phantom Rays get into range, assuming there's nothing in front of the melter, then the the basically that's the difference between the melter, right? The other time that the Phantom Ray this makes sense is like in the very early game where you have marksman, and then you have these Phantom Rays. So it's like sometimes like when you're like killing something and then you go into cloak, then the marksman can't target it. But like when you're in like round 6, 7, or whenever 8, when these came out, like the Phantom Rays are never going to be in cloak. They're always going to be attacking something. Like they're not going to be like, I mean, in the very exception, like let's say the Phantom Rays were all here killing, like let's say they killed our tower and our army was here, like then yes, the Phantom Rays will cloak and they'll go over here, and then after they fire, they'll be out of cloak. But it's just like it just gives them like one free shot, maybe, like not even one free shot. It just it's just complete trash. And now that it takes 3.5 seconds or something, I don't even know. Like it's so garbage. So you could think of the stealth cloak. They changed the attack from 40% to 20. So it was kind of like a little bit of a nerf, but the HP increased by 20%. So it could actually be pretty good. The first technology you need on the Phantom Ray is going to be the energy shield, because that doubles their HP effectively. And we almost made a blunder there. We almost went for like level 1 Phantom Rays, and we decided, you know what? Like we're already like really, I mean, look at this. This is 43,000 with the energy shield. So this is 86k. That's the same HP as an Abyss. So, and these are all, they're all level 4. They're okay. So they're very, very tanky. If you look at a tank, they have more HP. Look at this. Level 5 Sledgehammer has 25k. This has 86k. So it's like 3 packs of Sledges. So no wonder the Phantom Rays were tanking. At the same time, he's got a respectable like 36k? 36k versus what? 86k? That's crazy. And that's because I guess you get the 35% bonus, but had I known he was going into Phantom Rays, I would have probably went for the energy shield first, because you get 100% extra. Right? I guess if you mix these two together, it's not bad, because you get like 35 here, and then when you get this, that's like an extra 135, so you're at 270%. So it's actually, I never thought about it like that, but that extra 70% isn't bad. But the reason why I clicked this is because I wanted to be safe from these Mustangs. These Mustangs do no damage. Like they do no damage, but had I known, I was going into the Phantom Rays, I think, shield first, right? Maybe click the armor later, but the armor, 35%, I guess, 35% with the shield is quite a bit. So, anyways, just click shield first most of the time. The armor first is just for like a cheese, and that's what we were expecting. The cloak, never click the cloak. I don't even know why I have the cloak. I should remove it. Most of the time, the cloak is good for the 40% extra damage, but now that they nerfed it, I think I would change this to something else. The oil, of course, is the cheese, and I wonder if it made sense for us to like click the oil at some point. But for 500, I don't think you need to click it for 500. But yeah, I might probably change this to burst or like maybe even like HE or something. I'm not sure. HE's not exactly good. Like if you're relying on your Phantom Race to clear chaff, I'm not so sure if you're gonna win. And yeah, he went into okay. He was already triple teched. Did we go quad tech? Okay, so we did everything except for the EMP. He went EMP instead of the shield. The shield obviously is good into the spells. Shield's not bad into the Wasp, but it's mainly for the spell. The EMP is an interesting concept, right? It kind of like disables techs, but it's kind of niche. Like where this layout is good is if you're into going to carry Wraith, this actually turns off the Wraith, right? So this is absolutely essential if you're going to the Wraith. If you're going into like maybe forts, maybe this is good, but you have to make sure there's no like second layer forts behind the main fort. So it can be a good tech. As a first tech, it's kind of like a cheese, like because it's only worth 100. I would have preferred for him to go straight into the aerial spec because he already knows that I have Phantom Rays. So the best counter of the Phantom Rays is aerial spec Wasp. That's what I would have liked to see. The EMP is, yeah, it's not horrible, especially since we clicked the energy shield. One shot from him just takes off the energy shield. So, you know, that's pretty bad. So, okay. At the end there, these techs I think carry better than these techs, but I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure, right? Because if he hits our Wasp one time, then the shield goes out. And our shield, I don't know, like maybe we killed a lot of the Wasps with the storm or something. So yeah, maybe I'm a little bit undecided, like how important it is, how much of a mistake it was to click the EMP. I'm not sure. Like it could be good, but like in this situation, if you're fighting us, I mean, the shield doesn't do anything because it just basically adds one more shot. So like the energy shield, like for him would be quite good because it doubles the HP, but at the same time his EMP disables our shield, so it's kind of like an even situation. To just except for the fact that if there's a missile, then this survives. Usually you would run the advanced marksman on this. Like this would be your carry tech for the wasps, and I would have clicked it, or I would have considered clicking it. And with the advanced marksman, then you kill all the wasps. So even the wasp, the EMP, you'll beat the EMP. So yeah, I'm kind of surprised that this game went from a scorpion game, which we were losing, into an air game, into the air battle. And I think for Dzemp, a message to Dzemp is, don't try to kill the Phantom Ray master with Phantom Rays because and now you're playing like my kind of ball game, right? These are the comps that we used to play every single game, which was the Wasp and Phantom Ray. So that's why we were able to win this. He decided to play our game. All right. Well, really happy about that because man, we were basically we were basically saying GG. So well, what an interesting turn of events there.